Gentlemen.
Okay.
Share the show, share the show, share the show. Well, we're
Okay.
back again.
All right. We
Invite
can go.
someone to invite someone. Mhm.
Okay. 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 So we would like to say welcome to uh, another edition of the Weekly Dose 2026. This is our first official broadcast as we have been doing some work behind the scene, trying to upgrade our system and stuff. So we'd like to encourage you wherever you are watching from this afternoon from Liberia. We encourage you to share and like the page, and you also drop in your comments and your recommendation for which we will be able to log into it. So for today's edition, we will be looking at those limited mindset and how uh, they affect career progression. So we urge people who have had problem when it comes to how can they progress or how can they forge ahead with their career path, and those who have had the fear, those who have had that set mindset that this is only where I can go and this is how far I can stop. So we urge you to draw near to your gadget as we dive deeper into this very educative and informative discussion, because we all are aware that limited mindset play a key role in our day-to-day activities, and also play a very key role in our educational sojourn. So today discussion is not just ordinary discussion. It is a discussion that will bring life to you. It is a discussion that will change so many things. There are things that you feel you might be doing that you feel is okay and you just feel defined within that position. But we are here to give you few tips and educate you on how limited mindset always affect our career progression. So for today, I'm Benjamin P and I join you from Liberia, precisely from Man Barkley community, where I am this afternoon, and we are about to drive you through the discussion. So thank you.
All right. Rennie K is my name. I'm very fascinated about the discourse today. You joined the weekly dose. We had a segment on Premier's Television Network last year, the second half of the year to be precise. We're here again. I'm very optimistic about the show today, and I look forward to going through the discourse, talking about limited mindset. There are so many of us that have limited mindset in different aspects of our life. All right. There have never been a time in a man's life. We use men for case study. There have never been a time in a man's life wherein he will not have a limited mindset towards certain things. We have varieties of things that are going on in our lives, and as so or in so doing, we should do away with limited mindset. Whether in our professional careers that we're trying to pursue, whether it's in our mental state, physical state, or spiritual state, we should cultivate the spirit of excellence, and we should do our best, making sure that we get the best outcome of whatsoever we put our hand through. And as we forge ahead with this course, I look forward to giving my 2 cents on the topic. And share the show, share the show, share the show. Invite your friends to invite your friends to invite your other friends to come and join us, wherever you're watching from. I join you from India, to be precise, Punjab State, Chandigarh. So share the show, share the broadcast. Do make sure um, that you bless someone with this trend. Yes, we are here again with another fascinating edition. And Premier Television Network is here to stay. The Weekly Dose is here to stay. Your go-to source for fascinating discussion every Tuesday at about this time. So I'll turn over back to Mr. P, and then he'll continue from there. So P, back to you.
Okay. Thank you for that fascinating intro. So, like we said, wherever you are watching from, just go into the comment section and just let us know where you are watching from, and also just drop your comments, your recommendation, and we will be able to read your comments and your recommendation. So today's discussion going to be very much important as we look at those limited mindset. So we will be spotlighting specifically the educational aspect. How can this limited mindset impact our career progression? So, like we said, we all believe that we are just comfortable to be in a specific position. So we already have that fake mindset. People believe that when we talks about limited mindset is just ordinary thing, but these things have a very important or aspect on our educational and our career growth. So looking at the topic today, we all believe that the question that should run to our mind is that have you ever thought that this is how far as I can go? Yeah. Somebody might be sitting and say, yeah. Sometimes we say, I think I have reached to a place that I'm satisfied, right? You just build a fake mindset that this is as far as I can go. So we are here to tell you that you should change that mindset. More people believe that limited mindset is not always about lack of intelligence. It's about fear of failure. Some people refuse to take challenges because they feel that when I take this challenge and I will fail in society, uh, might look at me the other way, and my friends will degrade me. My friends will talk about me. People are just afraid to take decision. People are afraid to take that challenge. So if you have that mindset that I cannot take this challenge because of my status, I cannot take this decision because I cannot go. I think you have to change that mindset. So we also look at limited mindset to be our belief. What you believe in. Like for instance, for students, right? Most of our youth these days, they just have that fake mindset that mathematics is a very difficult course that I cannot pass that course. I can pass mathematics, right? Because you already built that mind that mathematics is very much difficult. You can't pass mathematics and the anything related to mathematics, you don't have interest in it. So we have urged you that do not have that particular mindset. Always have the growth mindset. So if you just have that fake mindset that this is where I can stop in life, it will hamper your career progression. So I- some people, like I said, sometimes for you to view, have you ever sit and just say, this is how far I can go. I can't go beyond this. Or I cannot achieve this because of my status. Right. So we have come to say you have to change that narrative. So limited mindset have a very, very, very impact on the things we do, how we grow, how we excel in life, how we just look at things. So limited mindset is very much important in our career growth. So I would turn the floor over to my co-panelist.
Okay, we're talking about limited mindset. Ben laid a premise down for the limited mindset, and that you should cultivate a growth mindset. So we live in a world today wherein we are stuck doing so many things, but actually we are doing nothing. I made a projection that, especially for the youth that claim to be very busy with one or two in the backs doing different things at the same time, but you see them going nowhere. Being busy doesn't mean that you're progressing. All you need to do is to make sure that the mindset which you cultivate, it should be that of which the standard you set is very high, the benchmarks are very up there, they're up there, the top tier. All right. You want to be in a space wherein you can cultivate, making sure that whatsoever you say or do, it reflects on you as a person. And not only that, and making sure that that growth mindset that we are talking about here, Ben and I, we're not just saying it because we want to say from the educational standpoint, we are saying it from all aspect of life. That you, when you're cultivating a growth mindset, you should make sure that it's coming from all angle. You are not just doing it from a specific field. Like you will say from the educational standpoint, I want to be very, 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 very good, being in a vibrant space wherein I can do this and do that. But when it comes to my mental state, I just want to do anything and then have, which of course is not okay. When it comes to my health and safety, all right, I just want to do it in and how, which is not okay. When it comes to my spiritual growth, I want to just do it in a kind of a way, which is not okay. When you're cultivating a growth mindset, you should cultivate a growth mindset. Just like I said from my intro, you should do it and make it balance all aspects of your life. I always tell people when you are into a space wherein you are working professional that want to make yourself want to make work life balance is that what you do is that you don't make academic and social on a 50-50 basis. You give it 60-40. You give academic 60 and then you give social 40. And why you will give social 40 is that if you give the social 40, it will seem to other people that it is 60. But in reality, for you, it is what? It is 40. Other people who are into your profession or from different professions will now look at and say, okay, this person is giving in 60 from the academic standpoint, and from the social standpoint, they're giving 40. But for someone who is very social, who know who you just link up with from a social standpoint with, okay, this guy don't have anything going on. He just gave his social life 60 and then he gave academic life 40. But in reality, it is 60-40. So you will now want to balance it 50-50. If you balance it 50-50, then it becomes a problem for you. Because you know why? If you do it like that, what's gonna happen is this. At a second point in time, the educational part of it that you give 50 to, that social part of it that you give the other 50 to, going to weigh that educational part. And at a certain point in time, you will need to feel like you need to fit into certain cycles, into certain lifestyle, into certain doings, which of course is not supposed to be that way. So when you cultivate a growth mindset, when you take away the limited mindset from around you, there are so many things that you have to put into prospect. That's why we are here today on a weekly dose to not tell you, oh, okay, be a beautician, uh, be a neurosurgeon, or be a health practitioner in different fields from the sciences, or come on this side, do IT, be professional in AI, work with big data and other things. But we are here today to tell you that you should do away with limited mindset. You should put yourself in the rightful proceeding and rightful order, so that when you pitch yourself out there, they can know that okay, you have it going and you have it balanced. Don't make it unbalanced. You have to balance it. All right, you have to balance it. All right, someone will say, okay, I have 60 for educational side, I have 40 for the social side. Then where does my spiritual side stands? Okay, you will not put spiritual side to that social side. Definitely, you're not going to cut off from the social side to make it look somehow. Okay, so now since you have the 60 for the academic side, and you have 40 for the social side, what you can do is that if you want to break the mathematics down in a very simple standpoint, I'm not a very big fan of math, but let me tell you how you will do it. How you're gonna do is this: you're gonna take 40 for the academic side, and then you take 20 from that 60. All right, you take 20 from that 60, therefore you left with 40 for the academic side. And then the remaining 20 that you can push it towards your religious side, right? You're making sure that you balance your faith. Everything we do, you have to be fit. Before you wake up in the morning is by faith. When you go into bed, hoping that you wake up the next morning is by faith. So you see, there is no chance guarantee for anyone on the face of this earth that says if you go to bed, if X, Y, Z go to bed, they should wake up the next day being safe and sound. No. All right. So everything is done by faith. So you need to practice that relational side of it. And you can take the relational side from the 40 that you give to social. I can't mean what you would take from the 40 that you give to social. I can't tell you what you take from there. But you would take the 20 from the 60 that you gave to educational side, that 40 be for educational side, and then you take 20 that you put it to the relational side. Okay, when you come to the social side, now what's gonna happen? Somebody say, Rennie, what's gonna happen? I'll say, okay, what's gonna happen is this: you're gonna balance it again. How you gonna balance it? That social side gonna drop down to what? To 30. And then for the 20% or for the 10%, you're gonna use it on something very, 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 very paramount, which is your mental state. And that 20%, that 10% that you're taking for on that 40, that 30% you give to the social aspect, the 10% you take from that, you're gonna feel like you're taking whole 20%, or you're even eradicating the whole 40% and putting it on your mental state. But mind you, you're not doing it. But the way in which you go about it, making sure that you get the right projection, you put everything in the rightful place and manner, it will make people think that okay, the other 40 side guy is not even doing it. The social will, he's doing it to balance his own mental state. I can tell you for sure, even Ben here can allude to that. You can have all the educational degrees in the world, you can have all the defensive lifestyle, or you claim it to be a luxurious lifestyle. You can have it all to you. Having people buzzing up on your social fields here and there, making sure that they're making you live when you post a live video, when you do this, when you do that. But trust me, if your mental state is not stable, or is not at a place wherein you have a balance to guide yourself through the academic side, the relational side, and then the social side, then you get everything mixed up. All right. This is just me giving a projection on how you should do it. Ben may come in and say, okay, I have different scenario towards this 100% Rennie, and I will agree with Ben. All right. Yes, my projection here is not something that me and Ben playing behind the scene and say, okay, I will tell you that okay, the 100% how to break it down. I'm just giving you a rough down of 100% that you can break away limited mindset. All right. If you're breaking that limited mindset, don't just take it from the academic side. Take it from all over. Break down that limited mindset from all over. If you set an alarm clock that you're supposed to wake up 8 a.m. in the morning to get ready in the next 30 minutes to be at work at sharp 9 o'clock, you should put yourself in a rightful place. If you're a student, if you set an alarm clock at 8:30 in the morning, you take the next 30 minutes to get ready. That you should be on campus by sharp 9, be in class and sign in. You should be able to put yourself into that light. So I'll turn it over to Ben from here, and then I'll come back in again to throw light on another tool that you can use to
Yeah,
break
yeah.
away that
So thank
limited
you.
mindset. Back to you, Ben.
Yeah, so thank you. So another thing again, we should look at, people believe that limited mindset is just something ordinary, right? So let me tell you another thing you should look at, right? Some people just look at themselves, they believe that opportunity is just for a specific group of people. Yeah, because people just believe that opportunity is just for only for a particular class. People, like for instance, like students, right? Some people just believe that education is not just good for me. I cannot exceed from this position regardless of where I come from. No, we are saying no. Do not look at where you came from. Always first ahead, look at the bigger picture. So let me give you an example about one of the world renowned neurosurgeon. They call him Dr. Benjamin Capson. You know what happened to the man? This guy came from a very poor background, right? But he, what we call today, door, he was very, very much absent-minded. This is a man that failed about 13 times in one exam. So what he did, yeah, about 13 times he failed. So what happened is that if Dr. Benjamin Capson could say, okay, because I have tried more than 13 times, right? And education is not just good for me, let me just backslide and just go. Today, he couldn't have been recorded as one of the world renowned surgeons. This is how he overcome a fake mindset or limited mindset. So what happened was his mother was just a third grade dropout, third grade dropout. So each time he comes from school, his mother forced him to read a paragraph every day. Every day he read one paragraph. Every day he read one paragraph. Every day he reads one paragraph. So what happened is that he started building that mindset that if he just missed a day without reading, as if to say he feels like he is empty and nothing is within him. So he devoted his time and he built in mind that if I read one paragraph every day from my lesson, I'll be able to overcome those barriers, some of these things. So what he did, he make it known as let's say a weekly terrain, right? Or things that he doesn't do every other day. What happened to him? As time went by, he decided to improve. He started improving until when he goes to school now, all of these things, those subjects, those things he need to fail in, he started improving on it. At the end of the day, he went and said he wanted to become a surgeon. Today, the man who was recorded as the dirtiest student in his peer is recorded today as the one of the world's best neurosurgeon. It didn't just stop there. Let us look at KFC, the founder of KFC. This is a guy that started something business more than 100 times. He failed. KFC, the world renowned Kentucky Fried Chicken fast food center around the world. What happened to him? He came from a very poor background. He had siblings. He had people that were depending on him, his brothers and sisters. What happened? He had to drive from school to be able to cater to his siblings. But that did not define him, right? If there were some people, they could pay that man say, okay, because I don't have the opportunity, I don't have this, so I will just drop out. He tried for the first time, he didn't make it. He tried for the second time, he didn't make it. But because he had that, that growth mindset, he tried until when he was in a retirement age before his contract today, what they call KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, was all around the world. Before somebody look up to him and say, yes, I can try a recipe. So what we are telling you is that you just have to build that that growth mindset. Don't look at the environment it comes from, don't look at where it came from. Always look at the bigger picture, like I said. Always look at the big innovative. Like the entrepreneur will tell you, they say in order for you to make progress, you should take challenges. Failure is part of the journey. When you want to be a very good entrepreneur, you should take risks because you have to gain something for you understand. You should take risks. Business is about risks. So when you are an entrepreneur and you don't want to take, you just get that mindset that if I put my money in this, I don't think it will work. You will just be stagnated. Yeah, and I don't think it will be a very uh, a good result for you. So always, as of you, we have come today to enlighten your minds that do not have that fake mindset that I'm just okay with this place I am. I'm just okay to where I am. So, like leaders, right? If you have a leader who mindset is just to be stagnated, who is not innovative, who doesn't know, don't want for the team to what happened to what will happen to that particular sector? They will just be stagnated. At the end of the day, insecurity start to take place. At the end of the day, you will not grow. There will be no innovation. There will be no new ideas. Like we see the world today, the world is growing. AI have taken over the world. So if you have a boss who have zero idea when it comes to AI, so how do you think within that entity you guys will grow? Because the world now is controlled by uh, internet. So you have to have at least a little bit of idea when it comes to internet to be able to do something on the internet. So what we can say is that if you have that just a fake mindset that I cannot just go to this place, right? One of the things you need to do again, like I forget to say, is that you always have to take responsibilities and you have to take leadership role. Like for instance, you see in a class, some people will just build that mindset that I will always be in the back, right? I will always be in the back. I think I'm going out of it. Okay, we are sorry for the break in. It was a technical issue from our end. So it was a technical issue from our end. So I have to join through my phone because the gadget I was using if gone off out of power. So I'm using my phone now. So just permit me to do my setup and I'll be back in the next 1 minute. So Rennie, you can take it from there. Rennie, you are muted. You are muted. You are muted.
Okay, folks, that's the best advice I can give you for cultivating a growth mindset and living away the limited mindset. You see, we're in a world today. Again, I'll re-emphasize on this that we are basically doing so many things, but in reality, we are doing nothing. All right. A weekly dose of program set aside to discuss societal issues that you face in your day-to-day life. We also open lines to you to share your experience with us, making sure that we give you ample time to make your contribution on the show, either by using the comment section or by calling on the live show. We do appreciate your time and patience. Sorry for that break in. It was from our assistant, and we acknowledge that we just got back. We should get things going and be very, very serious when it comes to these things. But again, just how him about it work, this is how technological equipment work. If it malfunctions at any point in time, you have to get out of the system and come back in the system. So again, don't forget we are discussing limited mindset. In today's world, we have so many people that have the limited mindset. And my point that I'm pushing on today's edition of the weekly dose, what we serve you the dose of the week, is that when you are pushing the limited mindset away, do make sure that the mindset that you are cultivating is that mindset that will give you the rightful opportunity to explore. Don't just cultivate a growth mindset for a certain area of your life and you leave the other areas untouched, which of course will give you a very unbalanced life. And you not want a balanced life, you want a vibrant life, you want a life where people will see from afar and admire. You want a life where people look after you. You want a life where kids look after you to say, okay, I want to model my profession after this person because this person have cultivated a growth mindset in this field. And that's the mindset which you should cultivate. And by so doing, you put yourself in a rightful trajectory. You are doing the rightful things. You are meeting the rightful people. You are connecting places all around. You are doing things in the rightful frame in the mind. You are helping people to collaborate. You are helping yourself to build up. You are getting yourself used to a new pattern. You are getting yourself used to new things. You're putting yourself through a very good trajectory wherein you can push forward. And if you're pushing forward in life, there are so many people that you should model your life after. There are so many good examples out there that you can be. When I come on the show today to tell you, okay, use this person as a role model, use this person as a mentor, right? Or use this person as a mentee. No, we come on this set, serving you the dose of the week, telling you that you should do away with the limited mindset. You should cultivate a growth mindset. And that's why the Premier Television Network designated this program we get those for to discuss societal issue, to tell you that you should do it this way. These are our recommendations, but we're not force you to do it. There's a famous saying that say you will carry the cow to the water side, but you don't force it to drink. Well, I turned that one around and said, no, you can carry the cow to the water side. You put salt in the head and make that cow thirsty. That it will put the mouth in the water and drink. Yes. So again, growth
Okay, thank you.
mindset
So
is the
let me just say something
limited
to the
mindset,
viewers.
not the way forward.
Because
Yeah.
all
So
my
I will turn it
locations
over to
here
Ben.
are
He'll continue from there.
so am I audible?
Yes, you're very loud.
Okay. So like my colleague was saying, right? So these things happen. So
All right. I think Ben is having some technical issue again. Yes. So there are things that happen where you are not cultivating the growth mindset. You'll see number one, your life will not be in order. That's the very first one you should get to know.
Am I not
Your life will not
audible?
be in order. Or you're audible now, but you're going in, you're having some glitches. Are you there?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
am I clear, right?
Yeah, very clear.
Am I clear? Okay, okay.
Ben, are you there? I think Ben having some technical issue. Yes.
Hello. Am I clear?
Let me continue. Yes, yeah, you're clear now.
Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear now.
So, like I was saying, right? I said we have to always build that growth and a positive mindset. And I was giving reference to Nelson Mandela, right? Somebody who went to prison for 27 years, right? We all know the story of Nelson Mandela, how he came from down the line, he went to prison, how he was humiliated in the prison, and when he came from prison, what he did, he never allowed those things, all of these things that he passed through, to break him down, to say, oh, okay, I've gone to prison, I've do this, so, and I believe that I cannot make it. Like what happened to Nelson Mandela? He grew up and he became one of South Africa's famous president. Now today, if you go in South Africa, those that fought for the liberation of South Africa, you can see Nelson Mandela. What he did, he built a path on reconciliation. So that tells you that Nelson Mandela always looking at a bigger picture. We're always looking at, regardless of what have happened to me, I would not like that to keep me down or to just keep me stagnated. He grew, right? So we have come this afternoon to encourage you that you need to build that growth mindset. Don't forget about no, don't look forget about where you come from. You can be from the remotest part of the world. You can be from the poorest family in the world. And you can become one of the world famous person. All leads with your mind. Don't look at fear, right? To determine your position in life. No. We all believe that most people look at most things that are keeping people stagnated to one position is fear. So once you fear, you feel that, oh, I want to do this, but if I do this, XYZ people, what would they say about me? Right? If I do this, XYZ people will castigate me within the society. No. So once you always have that fear mindset, right? You always have that fear that you can't do anything. When you do this, people will talk about you. Regardless of everything you do, I think you will just be stagnated. And we have kind of that you can change that narrative. Always take responsibility, take leadership role, right? Do not let the play you come from define you. Always get that mindset, that growing, that positive mindset that I can do this. Like when we're coming up, one of the things that or having like I remember when I in elementary class, we have this math teacher. So each time the guy come to class, he put a math on the board. He would just put the answer. I said, "Oh, prof, how did you get the answer?" He said, "Yeah, go and check for it." What happened there? I started hating mathematics. Each time he comes to class, I would just lay my head on the desk and sleep for the entire class time. And most of the students within that class, majority of who started hating math, each time he comes to class, we lost interest in the course. You seen it? We lost interest in the course because that math teacher, he was one of the biggest contributor to our failure when it comes to mathematics, and he affected us a lot. When I reached to junior high, that was the time I started like creating a love for the soccer. By that time, the foundation wasn't there because at that time I already built that mindset that no matter what I do, I will not, I will not. when the thing they call mathematics, I don't even like it in the first place. So that alone, it has some negative impact on my, on my educational journey. But at least thank God today, I've graduated from that stage now, right? I've built up that groove mindset of it. Although I make that mistake in the past, but I will not let that mistake, to hold me down and to keep me to where I am. So you can also do the same. Do not let your past to determine your future. Always look at that positive mindset and build. Say, okay, I can circumstances to be, a stepping stone to your next journey. Yeah. So when you can get
Okay.
throwing your own from there.
Okay. You just heard it from Ben. Do not let yourself go down. Make sure that you cultivate a growth mindset. Again, if you're just joining, this is the weekly dose, your go-to source for discussing societal issue,
Are you getting me,
providing
Rennie?
fresh updates. Yes, if you're just joining, this is the weekly
I think Rennie is
dose, your
having some
go-to.
technical issue from his end.
No, but
So let
I'm
me just
hearing you.
read
I'm
a few
hearing you.
comments from our comment section. We have Miles. Maya is following from Punjab, and he's saying a limited master always makes one say I can, but an unlimited master always give one the courage and say I can. Yes, Miles, this is what we are saying. Yeah. So once you have that limited mindset that you cannot make it, at the end of the day, you'll just be to where you are. So we have come. This is why we have come to say no. Do not build that, or do not get that mindset that I cannot make it in life. Always get that mindset that I can make it in life. With that, there are things you can do. So always get a positive mindset.
All right, Ben,
So
can you hear me now? Am I audible? I think Ben faces some technical issue. Folks, if you can hear me, you can just say that in the comment section because I'm not hearing Ben. I don't know. Um, Mercy, thank you for watching. Um, am I audible, Mercy? If you can hear me, you can just need a yes in the comment section if you can hear me. Am I audible, folks?
responsibilities, you always have that mindset that if I do this, what began of me, right? What began of me. So we have come to let you know that always take responsibility. Do not let your fear to keep you down. Rennie, are you there?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
I think my co-panelists are having some technical issue, right? So this limited mindset will always hold you down. Always look at the bigger picture. Always look at what you can do as a leader,
Ben,
right?
can you hear me?
Not what
Am
people
I
will say
audible?
about me. Like I said, fear is one of the major reasons that people are having that fake mindset. Like
Ben,
from
can you
initial
hear me
stage,
now?
people are said people always believe that opportunities is just for a particular people, right? Sometimes, right,
Mercy
when
is
there's a
getting
scholarship
lower. Ben is
opportunities,
not getting me.
we are afraid to apply because we always build that mindset that this scholarship they just giving it because they already have the people for it. Even if I apply for this scholarship, I will not get it because the people that are giving this scholarship, they already have the applicant and they just put this scholarship for SYC purpose. So with that, we have already defeated ourselves, right? We have already defeated ourselves. So once you already have that mindset that, oh, regardless of what I do, I will not be, successful for this particular task. Once you already build that mindset, you will not go ahead. So as a leader, regardless of your status, regardless of your position, regardless of your your proximity in life. Always look at fear to be a stepping stone to your next journey. Do not look at fear. Do not let fear to determine your future. Always look at fear. Say, fear, I'll get rid of you. Public speaker, right? If you want to
Ben,
be
can
a
you hear me
public
now?
speaker, sometimes what we call shame fear, or you have phobia. What you need to do in order to master your public speaking skill, you should start speaking to a smaller group of people. Start practicing. Start practicing with a smaller group of people. At least that can help you.
Ben,
Level
can you hear
when
me?
I was coming up, I was very, very much shy. I don't even stand before people and talk. It was a big challenge for me. But I started practicing this small, small. At times went by, we stood before class, before our peers in the class. We talk and we started growing. And today, though we are not 100% perfect in it, but at least we can stand before crowd and talk. So
Okay,
you
I
can
get
also do
you.
the same, right? You can also do the same. If you want to be a good public speaker, start practicing for a smaller group of people, two, 3 person. The next day, six, 8, 10. As time goes on and on, you'll be able to stand before a huge multitude of people, and you'll be able to speak with boldness without any sharpness within you. So you also do the same. So limited mindset play a key role in your career progression. So if you just believe that this place I am, I'm comfortable to be in this comfort zone, I think there where you will be. Always feel equal. Always feel equal to learn. Always feel equal to have that innovative skills. Rennie, are you back?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Can you
somebody
hear me?
say I'm the one that has a technical issue. I don't know if I'm clear now. So if you are watching, if you are getting me clear, just
Ben, can you hear me? I'm hearing you. I don't know.
if you are
Can you hear
getting me,
me?
just let me know in the comment section. I don't know if it is from my end.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Somebody say I'm the one getting it. I'm the one that has the technical issue. So I don't know how.
So Ben, if you can just comment in the comment section and ask me and what are you hearing me, then we're good to go. Mercy, can you hear me now? Because Ben is now on the stream. Whosoever that is watching, can you hear me? Okay, Ben just went out of the studio. Ben was alluding to something very, very emphatically clear that you need to cultivate a growth mindset. The reason weekly dose is set aside is to discuss these issues, help you find the positive remedy. We cannot hold your hands or your feet to everything, but however, we can make these recommendations so that you can follow the pattern. Yes, this is why this program is designed for. And if you're just joining, this is the weekly dose, serving you the dose of the week. Your go-to source for discussing societal issue, providing fresh updates on discussions that matters. Ben, can you hear me now, or can you see me on the screen? You're muted.
See you on the screen. I'm hearing you now. Yeah,
Okay, great. Yes.
I'm hearing you now.
So, all right. Yes. So always do away with the limited mindset, cultivate the spirit of excellence. Those of you who are Christian like myself, in the book of Daniel, you will know that Daniel cultivated the spirit of excellence, right? When he was thrown into the lion den, even when everyone was ordered to worship the God of the king, yeah, in Nebuchadnezzar, all right? Daniel refuses, and Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. He cultivated a growth mindset that he was not going to set himself to a low standard and honor the request of the king. It was a very big thing, even up to this day. Some of you that know of kingdoms, that if you don't agree with what a chief or king says of that kingdom, of chiefdom, it becomes something very, 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 very much difficult. And your time in that kingdom, it comes to an end because you and the king don't have to go a loggerhead. When the king said this, you must go by it. Let's leave Daniel and let's go to the three Hebrew brothers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, they did not honor the request of the same king, King Nebuchadnezzar. All right, they didn't honor the request to bow down to the false god or the graven image. Rather, they said they will honor their God. And who was the God? The God above, Jehovah. All right, they cultivated a growth mindset. Now, let's move on from that. Let's go to the Old Testament. When we get to the Old Testament, we go to the story of Moses. Right? Moses cultivated a growth mindset. He freed his people from captives, from the Israelites. Pharaoh, you guys know it. Those of you who are from the Christian background, that Pharaoh was a very hard-headed king. That when the Pharaoh said this, it should be the final. All right. And again, for some of you who do not know, Pharaoh is a title. Pharaoh is not a name. Yes, Pharaoh is a title, is not a name. Just like you say, okay, the person from this kingdom, we call them this name. That's how the title Pharaoh works. Whosoever at that time, during the olden days, all right, I was not in existence, but history and research have proved us right that Pharaoh is a title. There are different pharaohs that came in different point in time and they had their own dispensations. All right, so Pharaoh is a title. Bear in mind, Pharaoh is not a, a name attached to a particular person. Because after the current Pharaoh during Moses' time died, the one who he grew up with, his brother Ramsey, I think Ramsey the third, I stand to be corrected, was the one who succeeded and took over from the previous Pharaoh that was there, that order all male child under the age, I think under 6 months or under the age of 3 should be put to death. All right. From the Hebrews lineage. All right. Moses cultivated a growth mindset. This is not a biblical story time, but we just giving you facts and and a deep reality in regards to living out the limited mindset and cultivating a growth mindset. There are so many stories in the Bible that I can go on and on and on and on. And even you that may be that Muslim person that will scroll across this video will also name so many people from the Quran that did so many things by cultivating a growth mindset. If you're from the Muslim faith, had it been that the Prophet Muhammad didn't cultivate a growth mindset where Islam is today, wouldn't have been there today. All right. If Jesus had not cultivated a growth mindset to come and die for our sins, come in human form, born onto a virgin, and face what humanity was facing, right? Understand why it takes to be a man, come in the flesh, feed from the flesh, eat from the flesh, and drink from the flesh. He didn't sin, right? But he experienced everything that man, physical being, were experiencing on the face of this earth. Ben gave a very good allusion to the person from KFC, right? Kentucky Fried Chicken. He gave a very good one from Dr. Ben Carson. I sure he was so I think I don't know but at a certain point in time I was not on the set. I thought he may have given it to Florence Nightingale as well. He gave a very, very good example of Nelson Mandela. All right. And we can go on and on. Now let's come back to our country, Liberia. We have so many people that we can give a very good typical example to that they cultivated a growth mindset and they were able to put themselves in together and today their name has been written in the history book. Okay, let's get to a few females that we can look at and say, okay, their profile is very profound and they work in this light through this light and they were able to cultivate a growth mindset, living away the limited mindset, and they were able to have a very good career progression. All right, now we have the former president or Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We have Yima Bowie. All right. Yes, we have so many other females there that we can go on and on and on to name. Ben, get typical example. I brought in the example from the Bible. I talk about the three Hebrew brothers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I talk about Daniel when Daniel was thrown into the lion den. I also spoke about Moses, right, during Pharaoh's time, right? I spoke about that. And I can go on and on and on and on to need different biblical example. Also throw light on the the Islamic side. Had it been a Prophet Muhammad, right? They didn't have that growth mindset or cultivated a limited mindset, Islam will not be where it is today. So it's all about the mindset. I even go on to balance it. I brought in Jesus' story. Jesus had to come in a human flesh. All right. He had to come in a human flesh to experience what a typical man can experience. He ate, he drank, he interacted with the people. He was not in, he was a spiritual being, but he was in a human. He go through everything, but yet instead he didn't let he got down, right? He went through baptism. He went through being in the temple, seeing the people doing different things in the temple. He just set up the pace and make sure that he put them on the right trajectory, the right path, that they were able to do things the rightful way at the rightful time. This is why we come on to this edition of the Weekly Dose to tell you that you should cultivate a growth mindset and take away the limited mindset from in your education so that you can have a very good career progression. All right. We are not coming here to tell you that, oh, okay, you should only balance it from the educational standpoint. That's the reason why I brought in religious people who cultivated a growth mindset and leave out limited mindset. All right. So we are making it more balanced. If you even want us to go to the social standpoint, we can do it. There are so many artists, there are so many people in the film industry that we can go on and name. Tyler Perry. If Tyler Perry had not stood his ground and said, okay, I will not just be a common actor. I will build film on the principles for which black people came to the United States of America and they wanted to have a better life. They were taken into slavery from different countries, different regions of the world. And I was fortunate to be born by a black parent. Let me now come up with something more profound and bring out this film industry that I can now set up my own studio with a very huge land space and build a very good recognizable studio that black people can come and be modeled after. We wouldn't have been talking what we are talking today. All right,
Yeah.
that's
So
Tyler Perry. I'm gonna leave Tyler Perry. We can come on and on and on. We can go to Steve Harvey, right? We can go on and on Muhammad Ali. We can go on
are
and
you
on
getting
and on. We can go to name Malcolm X. We can go to name Martin Luther King Jr. There are so many other people. So
am I
the growth mindset we are telling you to cultivate today, we're not just saying it for one side. We're just saying you should balance it. So again, I'll stop here and then I will leave it out to pay. Then we'll do our closing. We'll call it a day. We can talk all one day, but what we have to say, we'll say again. This is the Wicked Dose. Thank you for joining. Back to you.
okay? Okay. I hope I am audible. So like I
Yes,
said,
yes,
we are
you're very audible.
the break in due to the unforeseen circumstances that we are facing from our end. However, you spoke eloquently on this thing you just learned. You just listed, like when I gave you some example that, so you spoke about Florence Nightingale. So for those of us who are from the nursing background, you will know, if you read the story of Florence Nightingale, you will believe that how she put herself ahead, she took that leadership role. Right today, with her expertise and the innovation she put, today nursing is regarded as one of the best profession in the world. Looking at where she came from, right? She took nursing from a different perspective, and today she's regarded as the mother of nursing. So who thought Florence Nightingale would be regarded as the mother of nursing? Because she had that growth mindset. Because there were thousands of people who were living during the criminal wartime. Nobody was taking care of the wounded soldiers. What she did, because she had that growth mindset, she said, "Okay, I will devote my time in taking care of those wounded soldiers." And when she started taking care of them, she started incorporating other people. Margaret Tottenham, people started coming in. People started coming. This is why today you see lots of NGOs, Christian-based NGO around the world. You see the Red Cross, you see Samaritan Purse. right? Those are faith-based institutions. They all built from the legacy of Florence Nightingale, right? Now look at Martin Luther King. Now look at how Martin Luther King, excelled,
Yeah,
regardless
the
of
civil
his
rights
social.
movement.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, he stood his ground. He didn't allow his colors or where he came from to define that I cannot do this. Martin Luther King stood among thousands of blacks, you know, to fight against racism in America. And today, Martin Luther King is regarded as one of the most respected civil society advocates. These are things we want for people to do. So if you want to cultivate from a limited mindset to a growth mindset, there are things you have to let failure to go. Failure have to be part of the process, right? There are two questions that come to your mind, right? Instead of asking the question, what if I fail? Right? Always get a question in the back of your mind. What will I learn? Because everything you do, there's something that you will learn from it, right? Everything you goes into, there's something you must learn. There's a lesson you will learn from it. So instead of you having that mindset that if I do this thing, what if I fail? No, we want you to erase that. The thinking you should be carrying is that if I do this, what will I learn? Also incorporate yourself with mentors, right? Read other people that have come from way down the line, right? That have broken the barriers of limited mindset, and today people are reading about them. Read about them. Go to mentors, people to mentor you. Like Rennie was saying, if you're in a space where people are just limited to a particular thing, no, change that space. You can be to a space where you have spent more than 5 years, right, within that space, and you are not growing every year, year in, year out. You stay to that same era year in, year out. There is no improvement, there is no innovation. You guys are not growing, there is no new or innovative ideas in that space. What you not doing to change that space? Because if you just keep yourself in that space every year in, year out, you just seeing yourself in that particular space, you have to change it. You have to prioritize continuous learning. These are things that will help you. We have lots of people that have grown from that limited mindset. They put on the spirit of growth mindset, and today we are reading about them, right? People are reading about them, people are writing about them. So you can also be that same person. Like I said, do not let the failure to define you. Failure is part of the process. Like the entrepreneur people never say, in order to start a business, you have to take the risk. Somebody can put their all into a business and sometimes it collapse. Like what the owner of KFC did. KFC was not the only business he started. The man he had lots of business that he started, but everything collapsed. And he tried more than 100 different times. He was rejected within his retirement age. That was the time somebody said, okay, yeah, this is a KFC recipe. I can try it. And when he carried a recipe, when they try a recipe today, KFC is one of the renowned fast food centers around the world. I spoke about Ben Carson today. Somebody that are regarded as the dirtiest person in class today is one of the world's best neurosurgeons. We can go on and on to list people. So we have come to tell you that we should always grow from that limited mindset to a positive mindset. In order to do that, you have to get away with fear, right? You have to build yourself around mentors, right? You have to leave that question that will say, what if I fail, to the question that will say, what will I learn? So you have to be innovative, be in a space that people are always equal to learn. Like I said, if you want to be a good public speaker, you will not just start speaking to thousands of people. You will start learning from two persons, three persons, four persons. As times go on and on, you will learn, and you become perfect, and you'll be a best public speaker. So today, our topic has been limited mindset, the impact they have on our education and our career progression. So if you just believe that where I come from, I can go to this place, you will just be in a particular space. But when you have that mindset that regardless of where I come from, I will not let where I come from to define me. I will not let where I come from to have impact on my career. You can be that person who you want to be. So from my end, I'd like to say thanks for following, thanks for watching, and always we are here every Tuesday at about this time for the weekly dose. So we'd like to apologize for the breaking we had. It was due to some technical issue.
Okay, Ben said it right. This is the Wicked Tools, your go-to source for discussing societal issue and providing fresh updates on the discourse. Rennie K is my name. I was joined by Benjamin Mondoro P or Alaska P or Benjamin P for short. Before you hear the next time you hear our voice again will be next Tuesday. But do stick and stay with us. We have the premiere store coming this weekend. You will see a very good distinct panelists coming on board to discuss the issue. And again, if you want to watch the weekend, do stay tuned to your targets and be alert at about the same time next Tuesday. Thank you.
So
Ben,
before our
any announcement to make or anything before we call you
yeah,
off?
before we let me just recognize our followers, those are those who are following closely. We have Myers.
Mhm.
Maya is one of the
Yes.
is the owner of Maya TV and also
Okay.
educative platform. Always follow Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He watching from India. And he said thanks for the great job. We need to end to limitations in our educational so join. He say
Definitely.
all always makes one say I can, but unlimited minds always give you the courage and say I can do it. So we have Batiman JB Mandolo. He's a great show, guys. He's following from Israel. He's my nephew. He's following from Israel. We also have Mercy Wakbakla. She's following from Liberia. She's one of my closest friends. She's following from Liberia. And we have Vanity Carter is watching from an unknown destination, asking where I am. I bro. Vanity Carter,
The young man can just join the setting. Just talk you in the comment section. Ben, where are you?
I need man back disaster. I need man back present day. So I need man back. So don't be asking where I
uh,
am. I need man back. I mean man back. So let me
Valentine Carter, you can check and spam the show. Please share the show. Yes.
before we go, let me just say we this gone Saturday on Valentine's Day we had the opportunity to attend one of our friend our colleagues, professional colleagues. Their nursing school having their batching and their first induction ceremony. We were fortunate to have graced the occasion, and I think if you watch it, if you go on our page, we brought a segment from the guest speaker and she was speaking. So we are open for collaboration to the people out there. If you're having a program, you want us to call your program, just let us know ahead of time. We'll make our way there. In Liberia here, we'll make our way there. We also open for advertising. If you want to advertise your business, we can also do that for you. We are into entertainment, we are into sport, we are into educational activities, but we are not into politics. So if you have any of these area into education, into entertainment, you can contact us and we will just be at your doorstep. So let me just use this medium to say happy belated birthday to Akin Efumba. He's the director for the Millennium School of Health Sciences. Yeah, he celebrated his birthday yesterday. And we would like to say happy belated birthday to our director of News and Current Affairs, Miss Patrice Jackson. She celebrated her birthday a day ago. She's president in Ghana. She's the director for the News and Current Affairs Department of the Premier Stock. I would also like to say happy belated birthday to Rosaline. Rosaline is one of our panelists and she's part of the News and Current Affairs Department. Rosaline, we want to say on behalf of the team, we'd like to say happy belated birthday from our end. So we love you and God love you the best. So we hope that all of those people that celebrated our birthday would like to say happy birthday to all of you. And also would like to use this medium to say to send our condolence message to the people, the Liberia community in Rwanda. We observe that they lost one of their colleagues. So we'd like to say our heartfelt empathy from the Premier's family to the Liberia community in Uganda. Yeah, so from my end, I think it's all from my end.
Okay, Ben, thank you so much. On the side also, we lost a student from Rapu, Shatiga, Liberian student. We got a news yesterday. That was a very unfortunate. He was a football player at the same time a student on this side. So I want to say take heart to the bereaved family, and as we observe the time here, we pray that we will not continue to be hearing these announcements of death, people dying here and there. No, there's a new year. So all thing pass away in the old year. So there's a February, you're not going anywhere. So that's just it. Funny thing, Carol, thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You join us again next Tuesday for another fresh update. Again, if you want to be a guest on the show, do reach out to us by sending us message on Facebook, and our WhatsApp line is on our page as well. Premier Television. That's our Facebook page there. You can be there. You can do a contribution towards the platform, towards the growth of the platform as well. Anything you can call lay on your heart, we appreciate it. I can do the thing for other people, and why I can do it for us? Yeah, you can send other people in stars and other things. All right. Yeah. So the best way in which you can help us is um by helping the supporting the growth of the platform. Yeah. So again, we are back in full swing, and I'm very very much excited, very very optimistic about the weekly dose and other current programs to be here pretty soon. Again, this weekend you will have the premiere store. Who the guest? Who will be the host? Who are the panelists? I don't know, but we'll find out very soon. So, Ben, anything else to be said before we call it a evening from my end
Yeah,
and call it an afternoon from your end?
yeah. From my end, I would like to say thanks for all of our followers. Yeah, didn't wait and just join. Yeah, he's
He
following
always, he
regularly.
always late. He always late.
The man is always late. He's always late. He's always late. We'll pray for him. We'll pray for him
He
so
always.
the spirit, yeah, the spirit of God shouldn't take over him. So we will pray for him.
Oh wow.
We'll pray
Yeah,
for him. So grace.
it was a fascinating one, folks. It was a fascinating one. I'll do join us the same time next Tuesday for another edition of We Get Those. In any case,
So
my name I was joined by Benjamin Pay. Stay
it's
safe,
three
stay informed.
twenty-five. Three
Or it's
twenty-five
3:41.
p.m.
Oh, 3:25 and it's 8:55 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I don't know the time in one hour right now, but I guess it should be around say 6 in the evening or 4 in the
Yeah.
evening. But how be it? That's it. Stay safe, stay informed. Premier Television, your online hub for meaningful content. Thank you.
Okay.